to do a get ready with me with you guys talking about my California trip. I officially got back on Monday. It is now Wednesday. I just needed Monday to unpack and everything because we didn't get back until like 9 p.m. at night into the airport. So I'm going to get ready and stuff. I'm going to run some errands today, just, and like chill out tonight because I really just haven't rested that much. I think I came back with like a cold or something, but I'm like just extremely tired. And I was going to see my boyfriend today, but I saw him yesterday and I just like woke up exhausted today and I was like, I'm sorry, I need to stay home today. Like, I just need a little bit of time to recharge. So I'm just gonna go to the mall today, and I'm also gonna stop by Lucky and see my coworkers and just talk to them about the trip and everything. And then I think I'm gonna I am gonna go to Sephora because I want to check out the new Natasha Denona Yucca palette. So let's talk about the trip though. I'm not really gonna talk about anything that I'm using today because I want to talk about everything. So we left last Wednesday and we came back this past Monday. So we were there for 5 full days. We left on Wednesday morning at like 7:45, and we got to the airport by like 8:30, and then our flight was like at 9:55. I'm just going to use the Cosmic Brushes palette today. So, we got into LAX around 2:30, and the first thing that we did is we went to go pick up my dad's rental car. And then, of course, the first meal that we wanted to get, because we were all hungry when we got off the plane, is we wanted to get In-N-Out, because everybody raves about In-N-Out when you go to California. And we all wanted to try it. It was good. But I'm still an all-American girl at heart. We have this drive-in burger place on Long Island, and it's called All American, and it's literally like the best burgers. Like, honestly, I think they're better. But we were staying originally at an Airbnb, so after we ate, we wanted to go to the Airbnb and drop all of our luggage off and check out the Airbnb. And honestly, like, it wasn't really up to the standard that they made it sound like it was going to be, and it was like a super expensive house, and it had like its own separate guest house and everything. But throughout the night we started noticing we didn't really notice these things until we came back from dinner, because we had dinner plans to see my sister finally, because that's the whole reason why we're there, is for her wedding. So we dropped all our stuff off, and then we went out to dinner to this place called R&D Kitchen, and that was probably my favorite meal of the entire trip. That food was freaking amazing. It was like, just comfort food, but it was like the most perfectly cooked chicken I've ever had. It was so delicious, and the cocktails there were delicious. So my brother brought his friend on the trip, and what's funny is that me and him are always drinking at like the same time, because my brother doesn't really drink. So me and Matt, and like my sister doesn't drink like every time we go out. So like me and him are always getting like a cocktail together. So, and the cocktails there were so good. I don't even remember what I got. I got a lot of like minty, kind of refreshing citrusy drinks when I was in California, and every drink that I had was so good. Honestly, my least favorite one was like at the restaurant that I'll tell you guys about in a little bit. So we went there for dinner, and it was absolutely delicious. And then we were all tired from traveling, so we just went back to the Airbnb. We all had like this nuclear fight when we got back, because my dad was like so upset with the Airbnb, like he did not like it at all, that we just all ended up fighting that night. So because like I said, we ended up noticing that like the place was not really clean at all. My eye is a little bit dry, but it's okay. That'll just be covered up with eyeshadow. So my sister ended up booking us a hotel that we just moved to literally the next morning. But me, my brother, and his friend had plans to go to Universal Studios, and that was like the highlight of the whole trip. It was so much fun. But originally, I think I told you guys in the last Get Ready, yeah, I did. In the last Get Ready with Me that I did, that originally we were supposed to go to Disney, but since that fell through, we ended up making plans to go to Universal instead. And my sister was originally supposed to go with us, but then she ended up backing out of Universal as well. But me, my brother, and his friends still wanted to go. Like, but for some reason, like, my mom, it's definitely gonna thunderstorm. Like, literally, when I plan to leave the house, it's gonna rain. So I might just eat something before I leave. I just wanted to get my makeup done. I think it's only gonna rain for like an hour, so I should be able to leave like right after that. Cause like I said, I want to stop by the mall and everything. I just got so gloomy outside, so of course, when I want to leave the fucking house. So, like my mom had to get like all of our luggage and our toiletries together so they can move to the hotel, because originally the check-in for the hotel was going to be at 2, but my mom got it moved up to like 12, but she knew that me, Cameron, and Matt were going to Universal Studios. So she was just like, my mom gets like so discombobulated sometimes to like put everything together, and she just like stays focused on one thing that she could have done after we all left. Like, she said that she just needed to get the suitcases together because Matt had to bring them downstairs for her, because obviously my mom can't carry them. So she was like busy putting together the toiletries, and I'm like, Mom, could you just do that when we come? Like, please, I'm so thankful that you're doing this, but is it okay if you just do the luggage, because you said you needed those done before we left? And it was like 9:15 at that point. Like, we wanted to leave by 9:30. And also, like, when my sister backed out of Universal Studios, my mom then said, well, then none of you should go. And I was like, those tickets are non-refundable. And also, my mom got my ticket for my graduation present. And I was like, I don't want you to eat that money. So I was like, we have to go. And it's like, with my sister, like, she decided not to go, but she can also use it at a later time because she lives in California. So, like, if we decided not to go, then, like, my brother and his friend would have to eat that cost and make a plan to go there, like, a whole nother time. Like, she thought because my sister's not going that none of us should go. I was like, that doesn't mean we still don't want to go. I was like, that was the whole plan. Like, we planned this like a couple of weeks ago. If we didn't want to go, then we would have said like, oh no, we're not doing any of that. Like, it's just like my mom like thinks that everybody else thinks the way that she does, because she's not young anymore. But like, she needs to understand that like, if we make a decision, stop doubting our decision. Like, yeah, we're gonna be tired, but it's like, it was like a good tired the whole time. Like, it was just a good energy. And like, I was tired, but I was just like so thrilled to be on vacation and to spend time with my family. And Universal Studios was a freaking blast. I would have regretted not going there. So we left at like 9:30 and we got there at like 10:20 because we did like the preferred parking, which is so worth it. Like, honestly, if you're already spending the money on the tickets, like $50 for parking, it is expensive, but it is so worth it, because then you don't have to spend like a million years like walking to where you want to get to in the park. It's just easier. So, I was wondering why they were barking. I was like, I already took them out like an hour ago. So why are they barking again? There might be another deer out there. We saw 2 deer already today outside. They've just been so overpopulated here. So, so the first thing we wanted to do at Universal Studios was Harry Potter World. And we rode both the rides there. And the 3D ride in Hogwarts ended up being mine, my brother's, and his friend's favorite ride of the whole day. It was so much fun. And then we walked through Diagon Alley, Hogsmeade, and, what was it? Like Ollivander's wand shop, and everything was so cool. And then we had to try the butterbeer because we wanted to, but honestly, it really wasn't that good. It just tastes like cream soda. I was like, I don't taste any butter. I was like, it's supposed to be butterscotch. Like, why is this just fucking cream soda? But I'm sure, like, butter's, like, more expensive to make and maintain and all that shit, but it was just kind of disappointing. So then after Harry Potter World, we went to, and then I got some candy in the Fred and George's candy shop, like I had to. Or, I don't think that was Fred and George's shop, but we did check out their shop too. So then we went to the lower level of Universal, because that was pretty much where everything else was that we wanted to do. So then we did the Mummy ride. Originally, we wanted to do the Jurassic World ride first, but we found out that it was a water ride, and we're like, none of us wanted to get wet because none of us were wearing a bathing suit. So then we went to the Mummy ride, and that was really, really fun. That was probably my second favorite because, but the scary part about it, and Matt did tell me about this before we went on it, because he said he's been on it like twice before, but I don't think he's been to the one in California. I think he was talking about the one in Florida. He said that the ride goes backwards in the dark, so I'm glad that he warned us about it, because that was a little scary, but it was so much fun. And then right next to that was the Transformers ride, so we just did that after. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And that was really fun too. That was like a 3D ride. And it was like probably a lot more mild than the other ones, but it was still fun. And then after we did that, we wanted to go to Super Mario World because I told them that I really wanted to do Mario Kart. But Mario Kart was the only ride that you actually have to wait for because there's no express pass, because we got the express passes originally. But for some reason, I think it's like one of the newest rides in Universal, and then for some reason they just don't have express passes, like you have to wait for it. So we did single rider for Mario because Matt said that it probably would be faster. And the original wait time for the Mario Kart was 150 minutes, so that's like almost 3 hours. Like, that's like 2.5 hours. So, yeah, that's literally 2.5 hours. So, we actually got the time cut in half, and we only ended up waiting an hour and 20 minutes. So, and it was so worth it because it was so much fun. And then by that point, we were all hungry and thirsty, and it was like 2 p.m. at that point. Because we got to Mario Kart at 12:30, and then we were done by 2, that it was like the perfect time so we could go eat after that. And I'm glad we did like the more like motion kind of rides before we ate. Let me just grab my sponge real quick. Okay, so then we all went to eat. But Matt originally thought that he was gonna have to leave me and Cameron to see, like, if me and Cameron wanted to, like, go ride other things when he went to go to eat, because he was originally supposed to meet, like, his friends. Well, this was the whole plan, but, like, I think he, like, misunderstood. Um, like, he didn't realize the place that his friends planned for us to eat was literally just in downtown Universal, to eat, like, just right outside the park. Like, he thought it was, like, around, like, the town, like, way outside the park, and he thought he was gonna have to take his car and go meet them. But it ended up being, like, right in downtown Universal. Because the people that we met are, like, world travelers, so they've been to Universal, like, a gajillion times. So it made the most sense just to eat in the park, and we wanted to eat in the park, too. We wanted to try a restaurant there. So we went to this place called Antijo's, I believe. It was a taco place. It was friggin' delicious. I had, like, a margarita, and then I had a mojito. I don't remember what kinds of flavors they were, but that was one of the best mojitos I've ever had. It was so good, and the tacos were delicious. And it was, like, the perfect meal, and I had, like, 3 glasses of water because I was so thirsty and we were all so hungry. But I'm glad that we rode all of the, like, more active rides, like, before we ate, because, like, I didn't want to, like, get sick or anything, like, riding the rides that were, like, a lot more, like, action and movement. So then after we were done, Matt really wanted to do the Universal Studios tour. He was like, you kind of have to do that. I mean, I didn't really want to leave yet either. I wanted to do that too, because originally I wanted to leave by, like, 4 o'clock, honestly, because I had dinner plans, and I had a manicure and dinner plans with the 2 of the bridesmaids. Because my sister said, like, you should go, like, just get to know my friends a little bit more. I was like, yeah, sure. And I really wanted to do that. But since really wanted to do the tour after we ate, I wasn't able to make the nail appointment, because the nail appointment wasn't until, like, 7, but I think it was, like, all the way in Beverly Hills. But after we left Universal, we all wanted to get to the hotel, because we wanted to, check in and, like, just check it out. And also I wanted to go back and change. But it just ended up working out better that we switched to the hotel, because after Universal, we wanted to go back to the Airbnb that we were originally staying at, because that's where we thought we were staying. But since we switched to the hotel, it honestly was just so much easier. I think also the hotel was closer to where I was eating dinner, because I had plans to go eat in Beverly Hills. So we did the Universal tour, and that was so much fun. And it worked out perfectly to do that after we ate, because that, like, it really isn't any movement. You just sit in, like, a tour bus. It's like an open tour bus. And it was so much fun. You got to see, like, all the lots where they film a lot of, like, famous movies, like Bruce Almighty, Spider-Man. What else? I don't know why they're barking so much. It is so dark outside right now. I don't know what the hell they're barking at. And, like, The Good Place, The Burbs, The Munsters. It was just freaking awesome. Jaws, Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, War of the Worlds. The War of the Worlds set was so awesome. And then Jaws. It was just sick. I'll show you some clips in a minute. But I was posting a lot on my stories, if you guys saw that. So it was just friggin' awesome. That was so worth it. And then after that, we left. I think it was like 5:30 at that point. So we made it back to the hotel. I think we left around like 5:45. We made it back to the hotel at like 6:40, which was not terrible. Like, we figured it would take like 45 minutes to an hour. But it ended up working out perfectly because my dinner plans weren't until like 8. Um, so then I had like almost 45 minutes to like change and like refresh my makeup a little bit. And then I went to Beverly Hills to meet the maid of honor and one of her bridesmaids. They were both the sweetest, and it was just a really, really nice meal. It was this place called John and Vinny's. It was this Italian place, and it was delicious. We all had like 3 pastas, and then we shared a piece. Oh my god, I already hit pan on this one. Holy crap. Wow, that is pretty full coverage today, though. This is the only powder that I brought with me. To It's just my favorite. I love it. It always makes my skin look so airbrushed, but I can't believe that I hit pan on it already. I'm gonna go through this fast. I use it like every day. I love it so much. It was delicious. I had like this rigatoni. Hold on one second. Why isn't it letting me type? So, let me show you some clips from Universal before I forget. So I don't know what the hell my mom is doing. So that's like some of the lots. NBC. Just really, really cool. And then, I think most of them are on my stories, though. There's like Hogwarts and the Hippogriff ride and like the you know what I mean, that's the butterbeer, like the 2 schools, like Bob Batten's and like Victor Crumb's school, and then that's the Book of Monsters, and this is the candy shop with Birdie Bots and everything. That was so much fun. This was the taxi driver in downtown Universal. They have like all these actors. This is the Simpsons part. We didn't get to ride the Simpsons ride though, which I really wanted to do, but we just didn't have time. Because after 5, we were all just like so tired. And then this is the Transformers line. It was just all so much fun. This is Super Mario World. And more Super Mario World. And this was where we ate downtown. That's Sephora, Ben and Jerry's. And this was the tacos. It was so good. And then this was like the first part of the tour. You can hear the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. And then these are all the cars from like Fast and the Furious, Back to the Future. It's just so cool. This is the Dursleys car from Harry Potter. And then there's like a tank. Just so cool. Let me show you the War of the Worlds. And then these are the Jurassic Park trailers. Just so friggin' awesome. And then the Jurassic World was, this is the Jaws. And then let me show you the War of the Worlds. This was so sick. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Like all the like air wreck from the movie. I can't believe they kept it here for this long. But yeah. And then this is like where we ate for dinner at John and Vinny's. It was so good. Yeah, it was great. So that was a great day. And then after, I was only at dinner for like an hour, and then we went back. I just went back to the hotel because I was friggin' exhausted. And then Friday was a much easier day than Thursday and Saturday were going to be, because Friday was the rehearsal dinner day. So originally I thought I was going to go eat breakfast with Matt and Cameron, but I actually didn't end up eating breakfast with Matt and Cameron at all until like the last day we were there, but Matt had left on Sunday, so I ate breakfast with my mom and my brother in the hotel the day we were going to leave. So I ate breakfast with my parents on Friday morning, and we ate like across the street from the hotel. And the hotel was so beautiful. It was so nice staying there. And we ate at this place called The Fig, and it was so good. I got blueberry pancakes, and they were so good. And my mom got an omelet, and my dad got the salmon Benedict. And then since I wasn't able to get my nails done with the bridesmaids, I wanted to go get my nails done after that because that was the only time I was going to have time to do it. And obviously I still wanted to get them done for the wedding. So the maid of honor, I texted my sister to see if she knew anywhere that was good in Santa Monica, because that's where we ended up staying. Originally, we were staying in Venice, but then we switched to a hotel in Santa Monica, and it was so much better because also the groom's parents live in Santa Monica, so we were a lot closer to their house because we had like 2 events there. The rehearsal dinner was at their house, so yeah. So then we went into town so I could get my nails done, and I went to this place called I Spa Lane, and it was great. I got a massage, and I got my nails done, and they did like this sparkly, like white opalescent color, and I freaking loved it. My sister loved it too. I sent her a picture, and it was really nice. I'm just gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Length mascara. I'll tell you guys everything that I used after I'm done chatting. And then after I got my nails done, we just walked around for a little while. But we actually met this lady at the nail salon, and she was so sweet, and we were talking to her for like a while. And then when we were walking around for a little bit, she was actually parked on the street, and she saw us walking, and she was like, "Do you guys need a ride back to your hotel?" And we were like, "Oh my God, that is so sweet." Because she was actually staying like right across the street because she has like a condo there. I thought that was so nice of her. So then we went back to the hotel, and then we had a little bit of time to like relax before we had to get to... Why is everything outside my room right now? Like, I literally cannot do anything. So then we got to chill for a little while, and then I changed for the rehearsal dinner. Like, I didn't do my makeup until like 1 o'clock because I wasn't going to do my makeup in the morning. So then we got ready, and then we all took an Uber to the wedding venue. And the wedding venue actually was in LA. So it took like an hour to get there. And then we just did the wedding rehearsal at the venue so we could all check out the venue, and it's beautiful. It's like this old cathedral that was converted into a party hall, and it's wonderful. So we just did like the rehearsal of all the bridesmaids, like going down the aisle and stuff, and then we took an Uber back to the hotel because we actually got back to the hotel at like 5:15, and the rehearsal dinner wasn't until 6. So we had like 45 minutes to do what we wanted. So I asked Matt and Cameron if they wanted to go upstairs to the hotel bar to get a drink. So we just went and did that. And then we just met my parents back in the lobby to go to Andy's parents' house for the rehearsal dinner. And then that was just like, I kind of feel like using luster in the inner corner because it's like a pale, like whitish duochrome. So I think that'll be really pretty. Like pearlescent. Yeah, that looks really pretty. I'm going to do a tiny bit of antique too, just so it's not as pink. So then after the rehearsal dinner, we just all went back to the hotel because we're all like friggin' pooped. Because I had to be the one to get up the earliest because I was a bridesmaid. So we all just wanted to get back to the hotel. We stayed at the rehearsal dinner, I think, until like 8:30, and then we got back to the hotel by like before 9. And it was so nice. It was just so casual, just like chatting with everyone, talking to the bridal party and Samantha's friends, and her parents are lovely. They're just so sweet. I mean, Andy's parents. Is that what I said? Or did I say her parents? That's obviously my parents. And it was just really nice, like chatting with all of her friends. It was just like super casual and fun. And then Saturday was the day of the wedding. So I had to take an Uber at 8:15 in the morning because my sister was like, make sure you leave yourself time because it was Pride Week in California. And I was like, okay. So, but guess what? I was the first person there. Not just the first bridesmaid, the first person in the building that was supposed to be there. Because I got there 8:35 in the morning. So it only took me 20 minutes. Because we thought there was going to be like an obnoxious amount of traffic because it was Pride Week. So, I love how much time I'm spending on my makeup today when I'm literally only going out for like an hour, but whatever. I wanted to chat and update you guys. So, yeah, I think that looks pretty good, actually. It looks really pretty and sparkly. I love it. I don't even know what blush and highlight I want to use. So then, since I was the first one there, one of the bridesmaids said that she was chilling in the lobby of her hotel that's literally like right down the block from the venue. So I just walked over there and met her in the lobby. I was literally the first person there. Like, I needed to kill some time. And then we just walked over together, and then one of the other bridesmaids met us in the lobby too, and we all just walked over together. And then Samantha had just gotten there by the time we walked back over, so it's like perfect timing. And I was like, I was the first person here. Samantha was not even there yet, so she got there at like 8:45. And then we helped her like bring in stuff, and then we all went upstairs, chatted a little bit, dropped off all of our stuff, and then we all started getting ready. Like, I think I was the first person to get my hair done. So they did my hair, I think only in like maybe like 40 minutes. And she did an amazing job on my hair, and then got my makeup started like 10 minutes after that. My sister ordered coffee for everybody, and it was just so good. It's this place called Alfred's Coffee. Like, everybody raves about it in California, and it was delicious. But honestly, like, the way that California coffee tastes is way different than New York coffee. Like, it's not as strong. I don't know how to describe it, but it was all really good. And then, after that, let me just grab my blush and highlight. I don't know what I want to use. Did I use You know what? I'm just going to use Melba. And then, or actually maybe I just might use Margin. Then I don't know what I want for highlight. I really have no idea. And then we all just got ready, and then everything just went so smoothly, and then the ceremony started a bit after 4:30. Like, it was supposed to start at 4:30, but it started at like 4:45, and then my sister got married, and then the party started at like 6, but I was trying to get like my socks for my shoes, because like my sister bought us all like sneakers to change into when we started dancing, and that was like the sweetest thing. And everyone could not get over my sneakers because it matched the color of my dress. and it just looks so cute. So I think I put on a little bit too much blush, but it's fine. And I kind of took it a little high. I can't see shit because it's so cloudy out now. I swear I have like the worst lighting when I do my makeup, like today and yesterday. And then the party was lovely. We had like 3 courses of food before we started dancing, and then everybody started dancing around like 7:38. And then the party ended at like 10:30, and it was so much fun. I hung out with Samantha's best friend like most of the night, and then 2 of her other really good friends. We just had a blast. It was just so much fun. Took pictures with the wedding party, and all the food was amazing. We had this delicious farro salad. Everyone could not stop raving about that salad. That salad was so good. And then there was pasta, like rigatoni. It was delicious. And then I had a beef rib, because the choice was beef rib or fish, and of course I got the beef. And then my sister had 2 signature cocktails. Let me just grab my highlight. I don't even know what highlight I want to use today. I think I know, actually. I think we're just going to use this one. I haven't used this one in so long. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Fire Dust Lighting Crystal one. And then, yeah, the wedding was beautiful, and then they served wedding cake, and then there was an after party upstairs for the bridal party, and it was like karaoke. But the annoying thing was that the karaoke machine kept on shutting down. It wasn't even a karaoke machine. It was just like YouTube karaoke, like where they just like pulled up the song for everybody. And it just kept on like not working. So maybe like, some people sang like one song. Of course, Samantha sang 2 songs, and everybody was like so excited because, she has a wonderful voice. But then when I got up to sing, I sang Part of Your World. Like, people are like so shocked that I can sing. And it's like the whole reason my sister started singing was because I started taking voice lessons first. So we are having a good makeup day today, though. And yeah, that was it. And then I finally got an Uber back to the hotel at 1, and I got back at like 1:30. And my mom was still awake, thank God. And then I just showered, and that was it. And then Sunday was the wedding brunch. So I got up at like 9 because we didn't have to be there till 11. So I got up at 9. Was so tired, but it was so worth it. And it was all like bagels and lox and stuff like that. We got there exactly at 11, even though but it's funny that we got there then, because Samantha and Andy didn't get there till 11 either, and we had to like help them carry in everything. And then we were there for a good like 3 hours, just like talking to everybody and talking to her friends and stuff. And then basically for the rest of the day, like, me and my family could go do what we wanted. So my cousin was actually there. So she didn't have a flight, and her flight wasn't until 7 o'clock. And she just wanted to get to the airport after the rehearsal of the wedding brunch. And we're like, Kathy, just like come hang out with us. Like, you have so much time. Like, you'll be fine. Like, she was like, I just want to make sure I have enough time. I was like, you should be fine. So we actually went down to the outdoor mall in Santa Monica, and we went shopping because she had to go drop her stuff off in our hotel room. So we went back to the hotel really quick. And then we went shopping, and it was really, really nice. And then I just picked up some fries in the outdoor mall because I knew I needed to eat a little snack before dinner, because then we dropped Kathy back off at the hotel so she could grab her stuff. And then we went to Wolfgang Puck's restaurant called Chinois. Originally, my sister was supposed to go with us, and it was supposed to be like me and my family and her husband. But I can't believe it's her husband now. It's just crazy. But she ended up not going because she was too tired. But we went to eat at Chinois, and it was really, really good. But honestly, I still think my favorite meal was oh yeah, and before the rehearsal dinner, we ordered room service when we got back to the hotel after, like, I got my nails done and everything, because my sister said there's not going to be any food at the wedding venue, so I suggest you eat lunch before the rehearsal dinner. And we ordered a tuna seared salad, and it was so delicious. So these are some of the dishes that we ate at Chinois. This is like a seared tuna. I had a lychee martini, but honestly, I didn't think it was that great. Even though the like server told me that like they're like famous for it, I didn't think it was that good. These lobster rolls were amazing. They were like wonton lobster rolls. They were so good. And then this beef, I think it was like Szechuan beef. It was so good. The yellowtail was amazing. It's my cousin Kathy. That's the wedding cake. And then these were the apple spring rolls. Oh my god, they were so fucking good. The desserts at Chinois were amazing. And then after dinner, me and my brother wanted to go down to the Santa Monica beach, like a few blocks down from the hotel. Just to like explore and shop on our last night. So we went down on the boardwalk and shopped around. I got a Santa Monica t-shirt, and then we walked down to the pier just to look at the ocean. And then there's also like a little amusement park at the pier, so we went on the Ferris wheel, and it was beautiful, just so we could see the whole view of the ocean. And then I don't think it's actually gonna rain. Let me just check real quick. And then I wanted to stop. Oh shit, it's gonna rain soon. So friggin' annoying. Light rain for the next hour. And then we stopped and got a drink on the way back, because we just ended up walking back, because they're honestly, like, it's not a terrible walk. And we stopped and got a drink on the way back at this, like, other hotel. And then we, went back to the room because we were all tired, because we knew we had to travel the next day. And then we just got all of our stuff together, like, that night. And then in the morning, we went upstairs to eat breakfast in the hotel. And it was so good. I got strawberry waffles, and they were delicious. And then, yeah, we went back home, and we had to take a 12:30 flight. So me and my mom just went around the airport, because I wanted to get food for the plane, because I do not like airline food. Why can't I find the fucking Weather Channel app? There we go. And yeah, everything was lovely. So I brought like ColourPop palettes with me, and I wore all 4 of them. I wore like all the face products that I brought too. So yeah, it was just a great trip. I had so much fun, and honestly, like, I kind of want to go back. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me just do my lipstick. I'm like rambling, not even doing my lipstick yet. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna use the Star Wars lipstick from ColourPop. Yeah, I think that's a pretty color. I don't know how long this video is, probably like 50 minutes at least. Yeah, it was such a great trip though. I had so much fun. Alright, let me finish that up off camera. So I ended up changing the lippy before I left, and I just threw on the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Indulge Me, because I thought the other one was just too warm toned. So I just wanted to tell you guys that before we finish up the look. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. Here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. Hopefully the lips aren't like too warm toned, but I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if y'all did any of this in California before. Have you been to California? What was your favorite part about it? Have you been to Universal Studios or Disney? It kind of worked out that we didn't go to Disney, because everybody said it was good that we went to Universal, because everybody said that Universal's the better park in California. Like, Disneyland is fun, but like you have to deal with like a ton of kids, and like you don't really get to do what you really wanted to do. Universal was perfect. Like, even though it's like huge, it's very easy to get around, and like we just ended up doing everything we wanted to do. But yeah, it was such a lovely trip. I'm going to go run some errands now. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. And my sister's married. I'm so excited. And yeah, that's it. Bye. Actually, before I leave, I forgot to give you guys like a skin update about my like condition of my face. So, literally the day before we left, my face was like a red, well, 2 days before, my face was like a red cherry tomato because I tried to put makeup on that day, like the day before we needed to pack everything, and my face just was done. Like, just peeling, red, irritated, was terrible. I was like, I don't think I can wait to go to the dermatologist when we get back because I didn't have an appointment until after we get back. So I just went to the urgent care. My sister was like, it was such a good idea that you went to the urgent care so then they could give me a steroid shot. So I went to the urgent care, told her everything that happened. She gave me a steroid shot, but it was in the butt and it hurt a lot. But they say like you have to do it in the butt because there's a lot more fat there. And also, if you do it in your arm, it actually can be really, really sore, even though that hurt my butt. But like, it's better that she did it for that. And then she put me on 2 antihistamines and antibiotics, which was prednisone. So I've been taking that for the past week. And my skin has improved so much. Like, it was all red here before, and my skin was peeling and dry and itchy and red, and it was terrible. So I was like, my face cannot be in this condition for the wedding. Not just because I need to wear makeup, but just because in general, because my face would have been miserable the whole time I was there. Like, I wouldn't even be able to wear makeup, or like, I would just look like shit. So I was like, I need to go, and it helped tremendously. So yeah, that's it. Bye.